Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Today is November 29th and I wanted to give you guys a little update, probably a long update on what's been going on. So first things first, in regards to my cardiac issue, I did the stress test and they had me hooked up to an EKG, did my blood pressure, and I did the treadmill at the same time. The results of that came back that I do have high blood pressure, which is not a surprise, shocker, and that I have this thing called resting heart arrhythmia. What is that, you might ask? It's where my heart struggles when I'm resting, but when it's under stress or my heart rate increases, it kind of mellows out and goes to a normal beat. So the object of the stress test was to make sure that if my heart was under stress or it got to a certain height, I guess, that there was no abnormalities. So they wanted me to get my heart rate up to 192 beats per minute. So they put me on the treadmill, increased the incline and increased the speed at the same time. They didn't hook anything up to my mouth or anything. I was worried about that because I am claustrophobic. So they just hooked me up to that, had me walk on the treadmill, and it took me 7.5 minutes to get my heart rate up to 192, which for me is not a very long time because my heart rate was already at like 146 when they took my blood pressure and whatnot. So that's great. But yeah, she said my heart freaks out when I'm resting, not so much when I'm working out. So I passed. I got cleared for surgery. They think that it can be reversed with surgery. They think that just, I don't know, they said that it could be cured with surgery. It may not. It may go away by itself. I may have it the rest of my life. There's nothing I can take for it. There's nothing I can do differently that would have prevented this from happening. They said it may be hereditary because of all the heart disease in my family. So not too worried about it. They said kind of watch for shortness of breath, chest pains, and dizziness. And if I have a combination of the three, I need to get my booty into the ER to get it checked out because it may be something more serious. So at this point, I'm good to go. And my surgery is tomorrow. Super stoked, super stoked, super stoked. About to be on the loser's bench. My thought process right now is I have so much shit to do and such little time to get it done. I go in tomorrow at 9 o'clock as of right now. My surgery will be at 11, and I have a lot to do. I am currently at the laundromat getting my laundry done, or the remainder of my laundry done. So then that way when Carl's at home, he has all clean clothes, doesn't have to worry about laundry. And if he does, he can take it over to his parents' house and get that done there, take it over to my parents' house and get it done. Like, either way, he's not going to have laundry to do. So I'm getting that done right now. I just got back from the pharmacy from picking up my post-op meds. The only thing that I don't have right now, I don't have my Adderall, and I don't have my oxycodone, the liquid, because I need to pick up the prescription for the Adderall from my parents. I have not yet done that. I need to get on it. And also my oxycodone has a date written on it, so it cannot be filled until the 30th. So I'm going to be in the hospital, so I had to sign an authorization release form for my parents or Carl to pick it up for me after I have surgery, and that way I can take it and have pain medication. So that, just got that done. I need to go home and clean. Gotta do dishes, get the trash taken out, kind of pick up, vacuum, sweep, mop, clean the bathrooms, do all that good junk. And then I'm gonna go to sleep. Oh no, I lied. I had to go to Walmart. I had to pick up stuff for the hospital. So a lot of you guys have been telling me that chapstick is a big one because your mouth is gonna be dry. So I am going to pick up some more chapstick. Also, throat lozenges, throat lozenge, I think they're called. I don't know. Something for your throat. I think it's like candy. Well, not candy. Obviously not candy. But like stuff to soothe your throat, because they're going to put that little tube down my throat to help me breathe. And people say that they have a really sore throat afterwards, so I'm going to pick up that. I already got my Gastric, just in case. I have to pick up that special soap, because I got to wash my body with that tonight and tomorrow morning before surgery. What else? Gotta pick up rat food because I got a rat. I think that's it. I have a whole list. Like, I made 15 million lists today because I'm so nervous. And then I gotta pack. Like, I'm gonna go home after I get back from Walmart, and I'm gonna try to catch some sleep. Carl gets off at 2, so I'm just gonna sleep from whenever I get home until whenever he gets home, and then pack, because I gotta pack for 2 places. I gotta pack for the hospital for Monday through Wednesday, and I have to pack for my parents' house, because that's where I'm gonna be staying at for my duration of being out of work. Speaking of being out of work, I am done with work. I am done with work. Super stoked. So this is what I found out. With my short-term disability, the first week is going to be PTO and not go towards the amount of time that I requested off, which was the 4 weeks. So all in all, I actually will have 5 weeks off of work, which puts me to the new year. I won't be back to work until the new year. But my paycheck's going to suck. My short-term disability checks are like $252 or $353 or something, but after taxes and everything, they're gonna rate me hard, so I'll maybe get $150 back for bills. So that's the only part that's gonna suck about this whole thing, is that short-term disability shenanigans. But once I do have, you know, a backup account for my bills and whatnot, so that shouldn't be too bad. I have a follow-up appointment on the 15th, so hopefully I can get cleared for surgery then, or not surgery, jeez Louise, get cleared to go back to work. If not, then I'll take the whole 4 weeks. My aunt said that she was up and rolling in like 5 days after surgery, and that's crazy to me. I'm expecting my pain tolerance and my pain level to be like sky high, and everybody's like, oh, it's not as bad as you make it seem in your head, and I'm just like, well, we'll see, because I want it to be like, I get out of surgery like, oh my god, did you even do it? Like, I can't even feel any pain. But that's in a perfect world, and this is not a perfect world at all. So, we'll see how that goes. I do have pictures of me before surgery. I do have pictures of when I first started the liquid diet. I have a video also of when I first started the liquid diet. Not gonna post them yet. I'm not ready for that step. It's really gross to me. I don't like my body, and my self-esteem is 0. So I'm gonna wait a little bit to post them, but I am still gonna do measurements tomorrow, still gonna take pictures tomorrow, and hopefully post a video if YouTube will let me post it, because it has not been in my favor on my phone. So hopefully this will work. If not, expect a cluster of videos when I'm able to upload them. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna be a loser. I'm gonna be a loser. I'm so excited. I'm sorry. I'm super excited. I'm super scared. I'm like a bundle of emotions, and I just don't know what to expect. I just am, I can't wait. Like, I never thought that this was going to happen. In my head, I had already accepted the fact that I was going to get denied and it wasn't going to go through. And now that I'm here, like, it's phenomenal. Like, it's a feeling that I can't explain. Like, I've overcome so much crap to get to where I am, and it's a good feeling. Like, if you're going through this and you're getting hit with roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, keep pushing, because I'm proof that the hard work pays off. Like, persistence is the key. You just gotta keep bugging, be a bugaboo, get bug whoever you need to bug to get this to go through, because it is a life-changing thing. Speaking of, I had cleaned out the fridge and we had extra like leftover spaghetti, and I had dumped it out into the trash and left the Tupperware bowl and the spoon in the sink. And I get up and I go down there to take my medicine, and Carl's like, "Did you have this spaghetti?" I was like, "No." "Did you?" He's like, "No, that's why I asked, because it's right here." He's like, "Did you eat it?" And I was like, "No, I didn't eat it. I have 2 days left until surgery. Are you nuts?" He's like, "Okay, because I was going to be really mad at you, because I've been having to hear about this whole surgery thing for like almost a year, and you're going to throw it away for two days before your surgery?" He was like, "Oh, I was going to be so mad." He's like, "I'm so glad you didn't eat it." I was like, "Babe, if I was going to eat anything, it would have been on Thanksgiving. Like, it would have been then." So I don't know. I've been tempted. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna tell you that this pre-op diet is easy, because it's not. But I will tell you this, it is mind over matter. Your mind is gonna want food. It's gonna be like, you need that food. You need to eat that food. You need that crunch. Don't you miss that crunchiness? Don't you miss the other flavors, other like outside your Jello and protein shakes and popsicles? Like, don't you miss that? Like, your mind is gonna be basically fucking with you hardcore, because I know it did me. Like, at one point I was like, who's gonna know if I eat that Cheez-It? Who's gonna know if I put it in my mouth and spit it back out? Like, who's gonna know? And really, at this point in your journey, the only person that could stop you is you. And that's why I didn't get upset because I didn't get to eat Thanksgiving with my family. I still ate Thanksgiving with my family. I had chicken broth and Jello. So I ate it with them. And, you know, the most awkward thing was telling them why I couldn't eat it. Like, "Oh, I'm on a liquid diet." "Well, why are you on a liquid diet?" And then I had to kind of go into my whole spiel. I'm having bypass. And they said, "Why? You're not that big. You're so young." And then when I listed off all the medical issues I have related to obesity, they kind of shut their trap. So this is something that, it's a mental thing. You had to get over the mental pain and the mental need for food. And if you can't, then you're not going to make it. Like, you're not going to get through it. And I just wanted to say, if you're going through this process and you're going through all of this, see a psychiatrist, see a therapist. I was seeing a therapist once a week. I hated it at first, and now I don't know what I would have done without her through this process. I would have been a hot mess, more than I am now. But if you're not mentally prepared to go through this, then it's more than likely you're not going to make it through it. And I don't mean to be mean. I don't mean to pass judgment, but it's hard. Even the pre-op is hard. I can only imagine what post-op is going to be. But really take a step back and think if you're ready for this, because it's not easy. It is really not. I've seen people get the bypass and the sleeve done, and they have not lost any weight, or they choose to eat crappy food and they're still stuck, and they blame it on a stall, or they blame it on something else other than the fact that they don't want to admit that they have an eating disorder where they can't stop putting crap in their mouth. My theory is that I have fought for this new life. I'm not going to put garbage back in my body. There's no way. I want to eat the cleanest that I have ever ate in my 25 years on this earth. So just keep that in mind when you're going through this. It's gonna be a mental thing. It's gonna be hard, and there are gonna be trials and tribulations, but if you really want this, you'll push past all that head pain and head anguish to get through this. And if you can't, seek help for it, because maybe talking to somebody and figuring out the source of your eating would help. Because I know that it helped me. I mean, I didn't know the source of my eating problem, but it does help along the way to have somebody outside of your family, outside of your circle of friends to talk to, outside of the YouTube universe to talk to. But I'm sorry I rambled on. I just have very emotional today and have a lot on my mind, so that is what is on my mental so far. But I will update tomorrow before my surgery and let you guys know what my thoughts are then. But again, I apologize about the long video, but I will see you guys on the loser's bench. You have a good day.